all of us have addictions. Every single one of us have an addiction or a vice. Addiction doesn't have to be a substance. No one is holier than thou, and no one is better than someone else. Let go of the competition. That is actually the first and foremost, that you are actually living in your ego survival and not actually being true to oneself. Hi, I'm Kat. Welcome. What am I about? Real recovery and breaking out of the box, which is this matrix that we live in. Holistic health, because why? You embody your body. You're not your body. Your body is a plant. How did I get here? Well, it's a long story. Are you ready to buckle in? So it all started for me a little bit about a decade ago, when I was using alcohol as my coping mechanism and not using it the proper way. Because there is a proper way to using a carcinogenic that kills your body. No, not at all. But I was using it as my scapegoat, and I was using it to mind erase my mind. I was literally using it as the blackboard eraser that it is meant for. Did you know that alcohol actually is a serious carcinogenic? It's kryptonite to your human body. It actually kills the actual soul, your energy. It actually kills the light. Yeah, fun fact, grain and spirits. That's why they call it spirits. The more you know. Real recovery is just that, plants. Why? Because your body is a plant. How'd I digress? Anyway, I feel like I got off subject. I never thought I would end up here. I'm just gonna say that. When I put alcohol down, that was a long journey in itself. I had to go inward. And of course, when we do that, we're so conditioned and indoctrinated from birth of the beliefs and the things and the cults, the religions, the faiths, the fears, the shames, the guilts, that we don't really know where to begin. But I'll tell you where I began, and it was actually in just meditation. But meditation isn't what you think. Meditation doesn't start out with it doesn't. It's literally just you sitting with yourself going, what the fuck? What's literally going on, man? Did you know that plants actually help you focus? I know, some people say it gives them anxiety. It's not giving you the anxiety, it's making you aware of the anxiety that you're carrying around, that you actually have to process and go through. We have to feel to heal. Your ego is a teacher and a guide. But when you live in survival, your ego isn't aware of that. So it's your defender and protector. It doesn't know you're not being chased by a lion. You have to tell it. That's where emotional intelligence comes in. Again, a progress. I keep getting ahead of myself. So when I actually put down alcohol, I didn't have any desire for it anymore. It wasn't so much the alcohol I had the desire for in the first place. I never really craved it, wanted it, or anything like that. I just wanted to escape. It was an avoidance of what was really going on, of my true actual feelings of fear, guilt, and shame, which has all been projected onto me by everyone in my life, literally, because you live in a game of the ego, my love. The ego is your teacher and guide, but can also be your trap. Your body is your resource and your armor, but we are actually poisoning them from the inside out, and we are imprisoning ourselves on top of the commerce corporate prison matrix that we actually live in. Hell, the human experience, learning love, that's where we are. And what is love? Love is a state of being, which is us. We are energy, and when you are present and in the now, you are in your love, unconditional love, just like a dog. A dog doesn't love you unconditionally. He is unconditional love. Why? Because he lives in the now. He admires you. He's loyal to you. Why? Because you feed him and shelter them. It's logic. It's survival at its finest. But you, on the other hand, are not an animal. You are the energy of all of this. We embody the body. So stop poisoning the body. So as I learned with the alcohol, again, that was a 2-year thing for me. And I sat with myself and I cursed the universe. I cursed the world. I cursed myself. I cursed my family. I cursed everything. I still didn't even realize that alcohol was killing me, that I was doing that, when I decided that I had to put it down and not use it as a coping mechanism. I did turn to divine flower. And yeah, that actually was a massive key in the fact of unlocking the blocks in my head of what I wasn't facing. We don't want to face it because our emotions are a lot and are overwhelming, and we've never been taught how to deal with our actual emotions. And it's okay at the end of the day. Realize that most of you are walking around with no knowledge or actual real information. You lost the manual and you don't have the keys, but they're there. Most of them are all inside of you, and I can vouch for that because I've walked it. This is about a decade of detoxing and learning everything. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You have to align all of that. What is that exactly? Your emotions is your ego. Your mental is your mind, your emotional intelligence, your logistics in this world. Your physicality is obviously this human body, and your spirituality is you. It is your soul. It's your energy, which is what you are. You fuel this planet. But yeah, as for me, it started out very slow. The alcohol was a 2-year thing, and the fact of having to learn what it actually does to our bodies. And it takes a while for your body and your mind to really dry out. So even though you put it down, you could be, sober for 3 days. The reprogramming and the rewiring of your actual mind and physicality, all of it is a process. So give yourself grace and be kind, because at the end of the day, you didn't know, and it's a lot of trauma that you're hiding from because we weren't given the tools. We were told that we're not supposed to feel sad, we're not supposed to be upset, or we quieted our voices and we fit into boxes because of the trauma that has been ensued on us. And every single one of us is ensued in trauma. There isn't one of us that hasn't been. It's impossible because that's what this game is. We are part of infinite. Infinite is you, and you are infinite. You are no less and you are no more. You are not a god. God is a deity of this plane, of this earth, of this flesh, of this debauchery, and this 3D matrix that keeps you locked into. Do we understand? There are levels to dimensions at this point. So yeah, there's a lot of sifting that you have to do and go through, but there are universal laws, and there's a universal respect. And first and foremost, treat your body as the resource it is. I feel like I've gone off. I'm sorry. So this was supposed to be an introduction video of what I do or how I got to where I am, but I'm not really sure where this is going. It just evolved for me, but this has been a long time of working with it. It was the alcohol, then it was the cigarettes, the vaping, then it was the processed food, the meats, it was the laundry detergent, the toilet paper, the makeup, the hair, just all of it. It's a lot, and it can be a lot, but we have to realize at the end of the day that we are the only ones responsible for taking accountability for oneself. No one is accountable or responsible to take care of you. You are only to be accountable to take care of you. That's your only job. Take care of you. Take care of this human being. Take care of this body. Learn the lessons. Every relationship in your life is a lesson or a test. That is all. Literally, everything else is literally a construct of the matrix. Remember, a corpus commerce prison matrix. So I guess really what I wanted to say was that recovery and healing is possible. Mind, body, and soul. You can heal everything, literally. And it's grow, evolve, and ascend.